Hello and welcome to this tutorial from the File ICT Academy video library. In this tutorial, I will be solving the WASSCE ICT Elective practical paper, which is the PC1 2026. That is the first series. The question I'm going to answer here is question number 1, which is a spreadsheet. So as you can see on screen, I have Microsoft Excel here, and I have the question paper here. So here it says, using an appropriate spreadsheet application, create the structure of a table as indicated and formatted. So as you can see, we're going to be creating this structure, and then it says populate the student's full name and column with names of your choice. Use a formula or functions to determine the total score of each student, the average score of each student, the total score for each subject. Format the average scores to 2 decimal places. Insert your full name as a header in either position of the worksheet. Save the work as temp report in the folder created on your desktop. So all these are very simple, especially the total and the average. Every Excel user obviously knows how to do this. The challenge in this question is more of how to create this structure. Okay, so let's go to the Excel and let me show you how this is done. So first I will type the title, a school's terminal report, a school's terminal report. Then I will press enter. So as you can see here, row 2 and row 3 are combined. Okay, row 2 and row 3 are combined. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight the 2 cells here, that is cell A2 and A3, and I will apply margin center to it. Okay, and then I will type students index number. Okay, now press enter. Now as you can see, we need to wrap this. Now to be able to wrap this, I can use this option here. When I click here, you see it wraps the text, so I can just expand, but it doesn't look exactly as we are seeing it right now. So that means what I need to do, there's an alternative method to make sure that both the index and the number are down. So I'll just double click there, press alt and press enter. Okay, alt and enter. Okay, so that's another method. So from there, then now I will go to the next one. Here also I'm going to combine these 2 cells and apply margin center, and I will type student's full name. Okay, I will expand the column, and then I will come here, and then these 3 rows, because if you look at here, the subject scores is on the first on these 3 rows. So as you can see here, the subject scores is occupying 3 cells, because if you look at the cells below, it is 3. So I'm going to select the 3 cells here, and then I will come here and say merge and center, and then I will type subjects scores. Okay, and then below it I will type ICT PE science. Okay, and then after that I will do a similar thing there. So I will merge and center, and I will say total score. Okay, so after pressing enter, if I want to wrap it so that total and score can be on a separate line, I can just click the wrap text button. Now we'll do the same thing here, highlight both cells and margin center, and then I will say average score. So alternatively to the wrap text, after typing the first word, I can press Alt, hold it there, and then press enter, and then I can now be able to type score below average. So I'll press enter now. So as you can see, the structure is almost what we have here. So what we need now, this one has to be up there in the middle, so we will come here and say middle align. So I'll click on the middle align there. All right, so from there, let's now enter the index number. So we have 2026001. So by looking at it, it seems like the numbers are in sequence. All the numbers are the same except the last digits. So we can simply use autofill to do that. Okay, sorry, I have to press control. Okay, so as you can see, we have it. That will save you time. Then now we enter the values here, 50. All right, so now that we have the data, so we are left now with the subject total score. Okay, all right, so I'm going to apply a border here. I'm going to apply a border, and then I'm going to merge this and center it. The first row here, merge and center. Okay, I'm going to apply bold. Also going to apply bold to all these subheadings and this one. Okay, so now I'm going to do the totals, which is very simple. So I can easily highlight. There are several ways of doing this. I can easily highlight all the numbers, including this column where the totals should be, and then I can just come and click on the auto sum, and it will give me the totals. Okay, or if I want, I can just say equals to sum, bracket open, and then I can highlight the numbers, press enter, and then use autofill. Okay, so here I can say equals to average, bracket open, highlight from ICT to science, press enter, and then use autofill. Okay, perfect. So here also, as you can see, it says the total average of total score for each subject. So I can simply also say equals to sum, and then I highlight these numbers, press enter. Once I have that one, I can drag it across to be able to have the, because it says total score for each subject, so that's the total score for each subject. And it says format the average scores to 2 decimal places, so I will highlight the average scores, and then I will go to numbers. You have decrease and increase decimals, you see, so I will decrease it to 2 decimals. And then it says insert your full name as a header in either position of the worksheet. So you can find the header when you go to the view tab, and then you go to page layout. Okay, if you want also, you can find them here. This is normal, this is page layout, and this is page break. So either way, whether you click here or you go to view and then page layout. So the header has 3 sections, but here it says in either position of the worksheet. So if you want, you put it on the left, right, anywhere. So I'm going to put my name here in the middle. Okay, so next it says save your work as temp report in the folder created. So I'm going to, I'll go back to normal view. Okay, Okay, and I'll save as, go to my desktop, and then I'll save it as temp report. Okay, so make sure you save it properly on your folder. All right, so that's answered that question. So the Excel part is quite simple. The only challenge here is the structure, how you can structure the table. So thanks for watching, and I hope this tutorial helped.